on guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to start off with the atmosphere, which was absolutely electric today. So just before we jump into that, if you do enjoy the video and you want to see more of that kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. It helps the channel out. It's completely free. Plenty more videos like this coming in the future, and enjoy the video.
My heart was still on
what's going on, guys? Hope you enjoyed them clips of the atmosphere today. It was brilliant. As you can see, that was literally like the good old days. I put a tweet out on my Twitter as soon as that game was done, saying that literally I had a smile on my face the full way through. It was so pleasing in the eye, good to see. Literally, that is what days at Ibrox are all about. But this is going to be me now going over the game, what I thought about it, what I thought about the team, the performance. If possible, try and pick a man of the match. But we'll start this off with predictions. I was pretty confident going into this one myself, and then especially with them dropping points, that lot dropping the points this morning up at Easter Road, it was a lot more of a push. It was absolutely vital that we got these points today. These are the sort of games last season that we wouldn't have capitalised. That happened last season and we slipped up after it, but we're breathing down our necks. That's absolutely brilliant. They were 1,000,000% be feeling the pressure, especially when we're winning games as comfortably as that, because make no mistake about it, you know, at least half of their support, at least, were watching that game today worried. From a poll on my Twitter page before it started, 59% of you guys thought just a Rangers win, only 37% thinking Rangers to win by 3 or more goals today, 3% a draw, and 0%. I think that actually might be the first time that an opponent team's got 0% on one of my polls to win at Ibrox. I will give a shout out to Scott Cameron in the predictions of that poll as well. He did comment underneath it, 5-0, so well done to you, sir. We're going over the team today. McGregor was in goals, Tav was at right back, Katic came back in, and Hollander dropped right out the squad. We'll go over that in a second. Goldson still got his place. Borna played at left back, and into the midfield three. Obviously with Aribo's head injury, there was going to be a gap to fill there, so it was Jack and Davis started, no surprise about that, but Arfield played a bit deeper today, and that allowed space for another person up front, which was Greg Stewart, who came in today, Morelos and Ojo. Just to go over the Hollander-Katic situation, me personally, I'm glad to see Katic back in. I think he's our best centre half. And I'm not really surprised to see Hollander dropped, possibly to be dropped right out of the squad, but Gerrard can't just make an example of one centre back. I said this before the game as well. Hollander had a shocking game, so he has to be dropped. If that's the same reason that he was dropping Katic, then, I mean, that's got to be the way it is. If Hollander's played that badly against Livingston, Katic just back in. Although that does leave you wondering why Goldson's never got dropped, but I mean, the manager just has his favourites, doesn't he? So to go over the actual match itself today, wow, the players were absolutely brilliant today. It was breathtaking at times, some of the play that they were doing, the 1-2s, the movements, interchange. That formation was obviously really worked midweek. It was a little bit narrower with Arfield and Stewart playing a lot of but there was so much movement off of that front three today. Arfield was coming up in with them, Stewart dropping, Morelos dropping, Ojo's pace was a constant threat. Davis and Jack in that midfield today, although Jacko, he did misplace quite a lot of passes today, to be fair to him, which was very unlike him. He was absolutely solid, he was everywhere today. Literally, them Aberdeen midfielders will be having nightmares about him tonight. And Stephen Davis, literally, the man deserves a little round of applause after that today. He was fantastic, but I've never known a team to give Davis so much space. Usually you always see teams peg someone on Davis so that he can't control the game, and they let him control the game today. And until he came off, for me, he was man of the match. Some of his passing, the vision he had was absolutely brilliant. Picking up the tempo, it was absolutely brilliant today. Arfield linked up perfectly between them two in the front three. It was beautiful. We won the penalty, and it was time to see if it was Tad that was staying on it after Gerrard and him joking about it in a press conference a couple of days ago. And fair play to Tav, he stepped up. He would have had a huge weight in his shoulders, because he knows after that last one there was a bit of pressure on him to get back into them scoring ways with it, and he stepped up and he scored it, so absolutely fair play to him. Greg Stewart, he's not going to really get an easier goal than that, is he? But he enjoyed it, his celebration was good, and I think it really kick-started him. His confidence grew, he was all over the place in that game, and I thought, again, if you thought he was man of the match, I don't think anyone can disagree. I thought he was great. You had Morelos, what a ball in by Borna Barisic, by the way. Like, the cross was absolutely inch perfect. His crossing's coming back, his confidence is back, he's not shitting out of tackles anymore, he's going into all them 50-50s. It's absolutely brilliant to see him playing with confidence. Tav had another penalty, 2 in 2 games, that's shut his critics up, including me. I'll hold my hand up where it's due, for asking him to come off penalties. And then Defoe's at the end. Like, one of the last things you want to see as an Aberdeen player, Derek McInnes as an Aberdeen defender, you're down like 4-0 at the time, was it? And Jermaine Defoe was warming up to come on. You're like, oh my god, can this day not get any worse? But how good was his finish? Literally, that keeper's about 10'9", dinks it over him. Literally, he was so clever to know that ball was going to come in. No one else read it. It was only him with his experience, and his mind was in there to finish that off, and it was absolutely beautiful. So just to briefly go over that, I thought Cosgrove literally never had a sniff. I thought Goals and Katic were very comfortable today. Our wing backs were comfortable. The midfield three, and Stewart, I think, has put himself right in amongst that mix for a start. Me personally, I'd like to see Ojo dropped for a game and Stewart coming in. I know Ojo's, his stats kind of say otherwise. He's almost like a frustrating player, but I would like to see Stewart get his chance, at least until Kent's back fit. So going into the review of what you guys thought on Twitter and trying to pick a man of the match, I've put my poll out, 41%, and I'm not surprised about this, voted for can he pick, they were all class. So that's been the overall winner. 18% saying Davis, 6% saying Jack, and 35% saying Stewart / Morelos. I put for that, so between them two for man of the match. But it literally could have been one of all 11 today, except McGregor, because he had nothing to do. Some comments on the poll is from Ewan True Blue. Don't know who to pick for a man of the match. Outstanding from back to front with performances like that. 55 is certain. Performances like that consistently. 55 definitely is certain. We've got Delbert saying Davis totally controlled the game for me. Yep. Stevie Brown again thought Davis was just a Rolls Royce on the park. Could have been any of them, but I'd have to give it to Jack for winding up the sheep, and he deserved it. He was absolutely brilliant. Temperament was brilliant from him today as well. Peter Adam, the last one here, saying happy with anyone getting it today. Stewart was excellent, but as usual, Davis was head and shoulders above anyone on that pitch. But that's going to be all for this video, guys. If you have enjoyed it and you want to see more of these type of videos, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Leave a like on the video as well. Comment below what your thoughts were on the game and who your man of the match was, what you'd like to see, who you thought stood out today. The next video will be Thursday, reacting to the Young Boys game, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll take this momentum over into that and get a win there. But thank you so much again for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.